Part 1. The discovery of the restart button. There is an animal in the ocean that cannot die. Not metaphorically, not in a story. For real. It's a jellyfish, smaller than your fingernail. Transparent, fragile looking. The kind of thing you would not even notice if you walked past a tank containing one. Yet scientists believe it may be the only living thing on this planet that has figured out how to avoid death entirely. Its name is Turritopsis dohrnii, but most call it the immortal jellyfish. And once you understand what it actually does, you will never think about life and death the same way again. The pattern we all follow. Every living thing on Earth follows the same basic pattern. You are born, you grow. You get old, you die. Plants, animals. Humans, every single species we have ever discovered follows this pattern without exception until this jellyfish. Here is what happens when a Turritopsis dohrnii gets sick or old, or injured, or simply distressed. It does not die. It goes backwards. Its body, every cell, every part of it starts to transform. It shrinks. It reverts to its earliest stage of life, all the way back to the very beginning, back to the form it had when it first came into existence, and then it starts growing again, from scratch. Same animal, same DNA, but starting over as if nothing had happened. Scientists call this transdifferentiation, but all you need to understand is this. When this jellyfish decides it is done, it doesn't end, it restarts. The secret hidden in plain sight. A normal jellyfish starts life as a tiny blob on a rock called a polyp. Think of it as a bump. Eventually, it becomes a free-swimming jellyfish. It eats, it grows, and then it dies. That is the rule. The immortal jellyfish follows the same rule until the last step. Instead of dying, it reverses. It goes from jellyfish back to polyp. Potentially forever. Scientists first noticed this in the 1980s in the Mediterranean Sea. They thought they had made a mistake. They ran the experiment again and again. The result was always the same. At the brink of death, the jellyfish chose to go back to the start. The Mediterranean is one of the most studied seas in the world. This jellyfish was there the entire time. It was restarting its life long before the ancient Greeks built their temples. It held a secret that could change human history. Immortal, not invincible. Now, if they can't die, why isn't the ocean overflowing with them? Because immortal does not mean invincible. The jellyfish can reverse its age, but it can still be killed by a predator or washed up on a beach. It has a restart button, but that button doesn't protect it from a hungry fish or a changing climate. They are also incredibly tiny, smaller than a pencil eraser, and extremely fragile for decades. We couldn't even keep them alive in labs long enough to study them. We still don't know if there's a limit to how many times they can reset. Is it truly the same soul? Or is it a new life wearing old genes? We are still searching for that answer. Part 2. The code for eternal youth. So, the jellyfish can live forever in theory. What does that mean for us? Humans have been searching for the fountain of youth forever. And here it is, floating in the ocean, the size of a coin. The miracle of the cells. In your body, once a cell has a job, it keeps it. A liver cell stays a liver cell until it dies. You cannot turn the skin cell back into a blank cell. Biology just doesn't work that way. Except in this jellyfish, it takes specialized cells and turns them back into blank cells. It rebuilds itself from zero. This is what genuinely astonishes scientists, if we can understand how it sends the signal to its cells to forget their age and start over. Everything changes. The genetic breakthrough, the research is accelerating. In 2022, Spanish scientists mapped its entire genome. They compared its DNA to a cousin that does die. They found specific genes active in the immortal jellyfish linked to DNA repair in humans. These processes fail as we get old. In the jellyfish, they get faster. We aren't looking for a way to make humans immortal, that's science fiction. But we're looking for a way to repair what time breaks: Alzheimer's, cancer, heart disease. This jellyfish is a biological key to a door we didn't even know existed. The big question, Wood. You want it. Now, I want you to think about something. Would you actually want to live forever? It sounds great at first. But if you live forever and everyone you love dies, what then? If nobody ever died, the planet would run out of space in a few generations. Would a sunset still be beautiful if you knew you had an infinite number of them left? Some say it is the end of life that gives it meaning. Because you only have so many moments, each one becomes precious. The jellyfish doesn't have to worry about meaning, it just survives. But we have to decide what to do with the time we have. Conclusion. We found this creature 40 years ago. We are just now beginning to crack its code. Somewhere in those tiny, transparent cells, there is a secret that could redefine medicine. The jellyfish doesn't know it's famous. It doesn't know scientists are dedicated to its DNA. It just continues its cycle. Hold, reverse, restart, patient, silent, eternal. The ocean is much deeper than we think. It keeps showing us that we know far less than we imagined. The immortal jellyfish will likely be restarting its life long after we are gone. Unless, of course, we finally learn its secret. Tell me in the comments, if you had the button, would you press it? Would you want to live forever? See you in the deep.